SOC compliance is a set of controls that has been put in place by the American Industry of Certified Public Accountants. And depending on what your business looks like, in order to be compliant with SOC 1, SOC 2, SOC 3, there are a set of controls that you have to have in place. What does that mean? Well, that means that how do you treat your data? Let's back up. You keep it before you even get to your data. What's your facility like? Is it locked down? Do you have security cameras? Do you have fire alarms? Do you have fire extinguishers? Like, how is your facility secure? And there are controls in place that you have to meet in order to check those boxes. And then you move from your security or your facility to your employees. How do you train your employees? Do you have written instructions for them? Do you have an entry program or an entry checklist for each employee? Do you have an exit checklist for each employee? How do they log in and out of their machines? Like, it's all designed to make sure that the way your organization treats its facility, its employees, and then ultimately, and most importantly, the data it receives by its clients, by its customers, is that data secure? So is it encrypted when it comes in? What happens when the data is at rest? What do you do with the data? How long do you hold on to it? Do you have a data destruction policy? What are your policies? So if I'm the customer and I'm giving you my sensitive data, I want to know what you're going to do with it. And so, they may not understand all the ins and outs, but they can look and say, okay, they're SOC compliant, they're SSA 18 compliant. So I know that someone has audited them to say, you passed the test, here's the credential that you have. So for us, we get audited every other year. It is a very long process. It starts, the firm we use is in the East Coast, and I'll start that process in July. And there is a ton of upfront, they want to see our policies and controls. There's a lot of data requests, document requests that they want to see, that they look over. That takes a couple months, and then they come on site for 1 or 2 days, usually in October, and we go through everything. And so their site inspections, they're looking at, they can ask us any kind of question, and we have to be ready. And it could be as mundane as, show me the personnel policy was signed by this employee. Show me that you removed the swipe card credentials from this employee when he was fired. And if you can't show those things, you might not pass the audit. So it's all designed so that I can look my client in the eye and say, when you give me your data that is critical, it's protected, it's protected.